Hey guys and gals on YouTube, how y'all doing? Dave Boyd here. It's a very dark, rainy night. It's after midnight here, Alaska Standard Time. I was gonna run the dome lights, but it just got whole Blair Witch thing going, and I got this whole cell phone light here, which kind of gives a Blair Witch look anyways. Let's talk about a pickup. I got to send an offer today, so I went on bid on it. Hey, that shows up really good. That is awesome, actually. It's a Fright Night set. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one without the hand is a character that has that helmet with the bat wings and the two bat wing shields. Yeah, that's the word I was trying to find. The shields. Anywho, so what did they come out? 97, 98 was it? And the sets, they came out and they kind of retired without ever restocking. And it's got some cool ideas. I definitely like some of the castle stuff. But the castle stuff in Lego has always haunted me. And the fact that, as a kid, I grew up during the era of the animated Lord of the Rings. And of course, Valley of the Four Winds, aka Ralph Partha, and Dungeons and Dragons, and all that fantasy stuff. So my favorite kind of armies were, death armies, like skeletal, but I really wanted the zombie army, like the rotting flesh, the ghoul stuff. And of course, Lego really wasn't about that. Now, you can use skeletons nowadays and put the really cool looking breastplate over it, helmet, and you do have a pretty cool skeleton army. But to do the zombie look, you could just stick the zombie heads and maybe change the hands on regular torsos, but the body looks too perfect. You could do a mix and match, which I think would make the most sense. Now, Lord of the Rings did have those glow-in-the-dark, the ghost army. That's kind of cool. You could mix and match that, but what I would like to do, without breaking figures or causing weird destruction to them, trying to do like, combination skeletal zombie look, and I just don't know how. So one of the projects I might be kind of dabbling off into while I wait for the new Star Wars releases to come out is to play around a little bit, and that was one direction. And I thought, I should check out the Fright Nights. And they got some cool armor pieces, but then this person sent me this offer, and they must not be selling very well to the set, because they took like $12 off. So I was like, oh yeah, and definitely a good deal for me. Speaking of the new Star Wars sets, I've been watching some of the videos, and I don't have the sets. I don't have access to them. I just have the same rumor as you guys do. But people have asked me for my opinion, and I do have one. I would have an opinion about it. That new UCS Death Star. It does sound like it's a mock build. Now, you have to remember, Lego goes with the times, right? Just like when I was a kid, everyone put their spare tires on the front of the truck. You don't even see that anymore. These people probably don't even know that once was a thing. But, everybody used to do that. It's actually a good place to have it. It looks awful, but makes it easy to get to if you have a flat. Anyways, things come and go, and Lego's been doing a lot of mocks, a lot of plus 18 sets, the black box, really pretty sets, but anyways, I still think they should, that one of the things I still wish they would do is on the battle packs put like a 16 by 16 little base plate, different color ones, or maybe with a little bit of, hills or something on them. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. That would really move. It'd be costing almost nothing to do it. It would really, really move the battle packs. It'd give us something to collect. But here's my idea. I don't think I'm going to be correct on this, and let me know. Honestly, let me know what you think. But if you're going to do the Death Star in mock form, in a way, it could be brilliant if it's done right. Imagine Lego mocks of each detail from the Death Star. Each one would be a standalone, really cool looking set with maybe some of the figures may or may not be so great, but they would be accurate to the scene. Let's just put it that way. And with the ultimate goal that maybe each one release each year or twice a year, whatever, ultimate goal that Lego would have is eventually these sets would interlock, creating a massive Death Star type of a thing. Of course, it's almost impossible, especially anything close to minifigure scale. We all know that, but it would create this hype, this desire of the community, I think, to pursue it, sort of the whole fear of being left out, fear of missing out, gotta get them kind of a mentality. And I think it would be something that would keep going, through for a very long time. And it would create a series, and I think it would be amazing. And it would help to justify sets that are probably going to become more and more expensive. And maybe you could throw the fans a tidbit, a more basic set, still very same detail, but maybe a more plain scene out of the Death Star, and therefore a lower price count, lower price or whatever. I don't know. But just think about that, though. I think that's would be the best direction for Lego at this point, because that's what we all miss. I get on and talk about 1997's Robo Force, and the first thing I said is, guys and gals, they had 4 sets. Wow, only 4. And even like Fright Nights, it sounds like there's, 5, maybe 7, and some of those are just polybags. But what Lego should do, and that's why I like Ninjago, they did that with that one, is have that continuation, the generational thing that spreads. And it's not easy to do, because it requires sets, play sets, or an idea that modifies with time. But something like the Death Star, you could do it because it's so massive. Or it'd be like having, I don't know, I really can't think of anything else from Star Wars that would be more massive and more desired than that. I mean, you could do, like, Lego could do mocks of each of the major parts from Clone Wars, everything, but that would be kind of boring. It would take up a lot of space and probably require a lot of new molds and colors. But the Death Star wouldn't. Anyways, those are my thoughts. A few people, grateful members out there, I'm very grateful for everybody's support, have asked me to talk about. I don't like to give my opinion about things I don't know. That's why I don't talk much, because I don't know much about anything, actually, it seems like. And I can be opinionated, so there's that too. Anyways, appreciate the views and stuff, the great community out there, the support. Y'all take care. Until next time, ciao. And let me know, comments down below what you think, or what your thoughts are on the Death Star, on series building, like you're collecting coin sets or collecting whatever series. And what you think of the Fright Nights and maybe a zombie undead army or ghost army. I don't know. Till next time, ciao.